Alright, welcome back to my channel. My name is Omash Rod, and today in this video, I'm just gonna sit here and talk to you guys about the truth of starting an online business. And I've been like before starting my entrepreneurial journey, whatever. I used to watch a lot of videos on YouTube about like starting a business and like investing money and stuff. And if like it's cool, like listening to it, you get to learn some stuff, but it didn't really help me in terms of like my journey, like getting involved in starting an online business or opening an actual storefront, or like helping me find my like niche or whatever. People are gonna give you options of like ways to make money, like, oh, you could start a clothing brand, you can like drop shipping, stuff like that, right? Probably, I'm sure you heard all of that before, like drop shipping and whatever. And it's funny because when I get into when I got into my business, it was so random. It was super random. It's so random that it was kind of like, it felt planned, but it wasn't. And it's crazy because sometimes the opportunity or whatever you're meant to do, like when it comes to business, is right in front of you. Like, it's really right in front of you. It could be something that you love or enjoy doing. It could be something that I don't know, whatever that it is you do pretty much on a daily. It could be your next business venture, and it's really in front of you. And what I mean by is in front of you, I'm gonna use myself as an example here. I used to love, well, I still love kind of, but now that I'm so, well, yeah, I still enjoy it. So I used to, okay, I'm gonna say used to. I love candles, right? And I used to spend so much money on candles. I would go smell the different scents, and in my apartment, I would make sure that each room had a candle, right? So, kitchen, living room, bedroom, bathroom had a candle. I was it's just a vibe, right? Yeah, it was a vibe, and it got to a point where like, yeah, it's $100 a week on candle, for real. And I told myself, man, this shit is a lot of money. $100 a week on candles, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't cost much to make. Same feeling when you're buying clothes, right? If you spend $100 on a T-shirt, you're like, man, this shit doesn't cost $100. Well, why am I spending $100 on this shirt? But you like the shirt, you like to go shopping, you like all these things, but is it really worth it? Whatever. But you're so like, and you enjoy it so much that you don't want to stop, just buying candles. Like, I'm used to coming to my house and it smells great. I would walk into my room, it smells great. And then when you have a girl over, it just vibe, smells good. They like, girls like candles. So I was like, and yeah, so I'm like, yo, how can I make these candles um without breaking the bank? So I will go online and see other people making their own candle. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, but how do you do it? Like, what do you need, right? So I started doing my research, and I'm like, okay, you need wax, you need a wick, you need a jar, and it kind of looked pretty simple. Just buy the ingredients and put it together, and then boom, you have your candle. So I gave it a try, but it didn't come out like as the same as you would go and get at the store, but it was pretty good. So it worked. So I was like, okay, this is working. And then at the time, my girlfriend wanted to start a skincare brand. So we were like, okay, skincare brand, it's not a bad idea. But at the time, I knew, like, okay, man, if you want to start a brand, like we're talking about a full-on brand, you need money. Like, not just the money to make the stuff. You need the money to promote yourself, to make sure people know who the hell you are. Because there's thousands of brands out there, but the marketing ain't there yet. So how are you gonna put this brand out there and make sure people know who you are? And I had that in the back of my head, but I'm never gonna, like, my girlfriend says she wants to start a skincare brand. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you gotta do this. Fuck it, let's do it. I have to show her that anything is possible. In a way, I can't be coming in with a negative energy or oh man, you need all this. Fuck that, whatever. So we started working on it, and we realized that, man, it's a lot of work, and you need a lot of stuff that are hard to get. And then most of the stuff that you need, the MOQ or the quantity you have to order is huge, right? And you're a small brand, so you're like, I don't want to invest all this money to on just making the stuff, Let me fix this here. Sorry, I feel like my camera is okay. So what we did, we started just doing some research on, where to find certain ingredients, and and we just looked at other brands too and what they were going through, and we saw that they were going through a lot. They had the same issue as us, and they were looking for solutions. And what people say when there's a problem? Well, I don't know if people say this, but this is what I say: is there's a problem, there's always a solution. And in business, if there's a solution, then that means there's money. So I kind of put those pieces together, and then we started, I don't know, like, to be honest, we started just doing some research, so doing some research. And I'm never going to forget this. Like, we went to visit one of the stores that we wanted to open. And then as soon as we walked out of that store, we said, yeah, we're going to open one. And a few months later, we did. Obviously, like, we went through, stages before getting to opening our own physical store. But I don't want to bore you with all this information, but I just wanted to get my story out there, and hopefully maybe anyone watching this video that wants to know more, you can always drop a comment, and I'll share more. If you go on my Instagram should also be on my description or something. You can always DM me, and you can ask me anything, any questions related to business and starting a business. And this is what I've always wanted to do, like, as a YouTuber, I guess, is helping others, and helping others starting their business or starting an Ecom business. Like, I would love that, And I know that nowadays, people charge a lot to do that, and I'm not really trying to charge anything. It's what I love doing. I love starting businesses. I love working with people. And now that I'm just like small, I'm just whatever. And anybody that's tuned in and that thinks like me, that wants to do the same thing that I'm doing, it would be nice to connect and work. So don't feel like, I guess I'm just a guy on the screen. Listen, I'm not special. Just like you, trying to make it. I do have businesses that makes over 6 figures, so I'm doing pretty good, but I could do better. I still have a lot to learn. And yeah, so definitely going to change the way I do my videos, make it more structured. I don't want to go like Hollywood type videos, because I still want it to be like raw, uncut, and just like me and the microphone. But the background, I mean, look, this room is an empty room. I got a few pieces of clothing there, and it looks kind of blah, blah, blah. It's boring. And I want to put more swag to it, put more, the camera I'm using is a webcam camera, so it's like whatever. My setup is pretty nice. Like, I don't know, I can't really show you guys the setup. Like, what can I? Well, let me see. I can take a quick video and then show it to you guys over the. My setup is decent. Like, ignore certain things that I just showed you, but whatever. Like on my desk, but look, it's pretty decent. I didn't have all of this before starting YouTube. I had to buy these things, but this mic was like $60. The stand was maybe another 30. I don't know, I can't remember. Stand and this thing here. The webcam was 40. The monitor is like 120. The lights here, I don't know. I can't remember. I didn't buy these lights, so I can't really tell you. My computer, my Mac was expensive because I had to, just to be able to do this video, I needed a powerful Mac. I got the 15-inch MacBook Air, and it works fine. I didn't need to get a Pro or whatever. And yeah, so I promise more compact videos, more action on my videos, more information about starting a business, because that's pretty much what my channel is about. Is starting a business online or in person, a storefront or online, doesn't matter. But I really want it to be different than other YouTubers that are in this space. I really want it to be natural. I don't know, like what I used to watch on YouTube is like these people like actually working and just I don't know if they were live streaming, and they were live streaming and they were working, and whoever would jump in the chat with. I might do that actually. I might do that. I have a new online business that I'm about to open, and I might just do a live as I work, and have people join in, and whoever is in this process, we could just chat, So yeah, I'm gonna try that. So yeah, this video was a bit random. I just wanted to get that story out there, and again, I'm just putting videos out there for now. But this whole setup is gonna change in the next week or two. Moving to a better place, I guess, and it's definitely gonna help my content. So my content will be better, and it will be great. So yeah, thank you for watching, and if you like this type of conversation, drop a like and leave a comment. I really want people to drop a comment. Let me know, like, are you trying to open a business? If you have a business or whatever, let me know in the comments below. And again, subscribe if you want to support and you want me to drop more videos. I would appreciate that. All right, peace.